Hey guys, Hansworm Matt. So I just want to start this video. I feel like all my videos from now on, please go ahead, download them. Please host them. If you like it, if you like my video, download it, host it somewhere else. If you have a YouTube channel, I'd love it if you mirrored my videos. And if you're the kind of person that likes to go out in the public and do stuff like that, burn this to a couple CDs and write like conspiracy on it and just like hand it to people. I don't know. Go spread the knowledge, spread the truth. I hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, Hans Wormhat. This isn't a cheery video by any means, so if you're really not ready for something that's kind of intense, probably not the video. And these are all just my opinions, of course. Um, this is just the state of where I think we find ourselves, Earth 2017. What's going on? I say welcome to hell because that's what it feels like. So I'll just go through all these things. These were just some notes that so this will just kind of, I'll just read through this and I'll just make notes about it. So where we are, we're not on a spinning ball hurling through nothingness. We exist on a flat stationary plane. And I mean, most importantly, so that's true. But what's important about that is that those in control have been lying to us about that. We all get put in school and handed a globe on the first day of school. This is where you live. That's a lie. Um, and in my opinion, that's a crime against humanity, and it's caused immeasurable damage against humanity. If everybody knew that this place was created, imagine how different the world would be. That's all you have to imagine right there. So where history seems largely fabricated, it's just a bunch of hoaxes and made up stories, right? Uh, we don't know where we are in time or if time is even a real thing. So this whole video is basically just about where are we? Like um, what do we know? And now we know that we don't really know anything. So countries are fake, right? Countries don't exist. It's just a production. It's Hollywood. All the world's a stage, totally true. We're not equal citizens, but we're slaves. And I say seemingly because I don't, are they all pretending to be satanic? Are these people actually satanic? Or is that just like part of their, do they just do that to like scare us? Oh, we're satanic. We don't know. So that's why I say seemingly, because it seems like they're satanic. So we'll just say that for now. And transgender. And they all seem to be transgender. Again, we don't know exactly what's happening, but why do all these people have transgender features? It doesn't make sense. So I'll just read that one again. We don't, so people, in people's minds, there's all these cute little countries all over the place, and everybody's a citizen of this world, and we're all like, that is not what we're finding to be the case. What we're finding to be the case is that there's a bunch of tranny people, and they seem to be the controllers, and then there seem to be some normal biological people and we all feel like we're enslaved by this. Like, none of us want these people around us. Like, they need to leave us alone. And we're finding them everywhere. And so that's kind of part of what this video is about too, is talking about, in my opinion, the extent. Um, these people are everywhere, in my opinion. I go out in town and I see hidden transgenders, meaning regular people that show signs of transgenderism everywhere. Like I don't even know the percentage of just bio people anymore. Um, and like we don't know if these people and I'm not gonna make it personal because I don't want to make my videos personal ever. But I have friends that are secret hidden transgenders, and it gets even more personal than that. I mean, we don't know if these people are in our family. You don't know if your parents are really your parents. Do you remember being born? I don't. How do you know that your parents are actually your parents, right? Your parents could be secret hidden transgenders, and you might not have even thought to check. So the things we're taught about the nature of our reality are purposefully false. Like these people know that the Earth is flat and stationary, and they're purposefully lying to us about it. The controllers deceive us, and it's basically like all signs lead to pointing us away from the Creator. I was growing up, I was pushed away from the Bible so hard. And basically, all of our schooling and all of this indoctrination pushes us away from the Creator. Those who know the least are probably the ones closest to the truth. I don't think you guys would argue with that. Uh, because when you think that you know something, you're making all sorts of assumptions, and you're probably making a bunch of false assumptions. It's the people that think they have it all figured out that are the farthest from the true nature of our reality. We exist in a creation, and those in power put enormous effort into hiding this fact from humanity. So that's, and I guess I can talk more about here, like what do I think we're in? I don't know exactly, but more and more these days, I feel like it's just a giant like video game. Like it does really feel like God made a video game or the creator. Okay, so really quickly, I can disprove the. If this is what is this seriously what the convention was going to push as the model of our world and the sun and moon? Like, this is probably why they planned on doing this because it's a giant joke, and so that they could easily just debunk flat Earth. And we know flat Earth is true because there's no curvature and that we're not moving, flat, stationary. But this is bogus. I can just tell you right here. You guys know that the sun and the moon are out in the day, like during the same time, close to one. Like they can be close in the sky to one another. And these things are way closer than they tell us. Like the sun and the moon are really close. Like you can go feel. I mean, just go use your eyes, feel it, and look at the moon, all the detail. It's close to us, so we can see them in the sky near one another. Those are just my personal things that I personally know that automatically prove this to be false. Now, another thing that proves this to be false is the equinox, and why the equinox proves it wrong. And equinox, they want us to think same day night length, which is kind of true, but it's not the important part. The important part about the equinox is where the sun rises and where the sun sets on that day. And we know that there's monuments built all over the world that have this built into them. This on certain uh, sun things, like the equinox or the solstice, certain things happen, and it's because of this. So go to timeanddate.com, and then you got to go to an equinox. So March 2017. It's I mean, we don't even have to hit it exactly. You don't to prove that the model that they show doesn't work. So let's just look at the 21st. This 90 degrees and this 270, the 90 means due east. So think of like a northeast southwest thing. 0 degrees is due north, and then you rotate to the right, clockwise. So 90 degrees means you have a sunrise rising due east. 270 degrees, if you're a trig person. I mean, it's 90. 27 is 9 times 3. So 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. 270 is pointing due west. So what this is saying is, in Johannesburg, South Africa, on March 21st, the sun is rising due east and it's setting due west. So if you're way down here, the sun is rising from the east, which is this way, and it's setting from the west. Okay, but then let's look way up at Alaska. We'll see the same thing. If you go to Anchorage, Alaska, and you go to March 2017, and you go to the 21st, which is the same day, you get 87. So it's still, so whatever, it doesn't say like 90 to 70. I guess if we chose the 18th, it would have been different. But 87 degrees is still basically east. So on the same day, in Anchorage, Alaska, we have the sun rising basically due east and setting basically due west. How does the sun, using this model, how is the sun rising due east? It just doesn't make any sense. This isn't how the sun and moon work at all. This is wrong. So this is the model that they're pushing forward, and it's just clearly wrong, and I just proved it wrong right there. So. And again, I mean, just an easy way. I've always been fascinated by the moon during the daytime, and I feel like they try to program us to not even know. Like, how many people out there don't even know that the moon is out during the daytime? I see it out during the daytime all the time. And recently, it's probably because there's a solar eclipse coming soon. Recently, the moon has been very, very close to the sun. So this whole opposite thing is like a yin-yang idea. It's blasphemous. This is not, it's a lie. It's deception. And these people know it's a lie. That's the worst part. That's the most annoying part. Okay, so that was a quick explanation of why their flat Earth model is just not good. Yeah, just so this flat Earth model that they've shoved out doesn't make any sense. If you just pay attention to the way that the sun works, and you can go to here's an experiment that I was taught about. The equinox, what's important about the equinox isn't that the day is the same as the night. What's more important is that the sun basically rises due east and the sun basically sets due west. Go look at the flat Earth model, and that doesn't make any sense on that flat Earth model. The one where there's the pancake Earth and there's a sun rotating. That's garbage, and that's what they're trying to shove on all of us, and it's just not true. So just remember, we don't know exactly what's happening. In my personal opinion, uh, this place just feels more and more virtual, like every day. It just feels like uh, this could just be a really, really good like video game, basically. And some of us might be non-player characters, NPCs. Some of us with regular biological features. Like I don't know. We don't know. And this is just my thoughts. So I'm not saying that they're true. This is just what I've been thinking recently. Okay, so what are we? And here I have, I think, therefore I am, I think, and then I have just this I. And what I mean by this isn't I'm not the only one to ever talk about this type of idea. But, right, I think that therefore I am, that's an argument. It's an argument for the existence of self, because I think I am. Um, and then you could even take that like further one step back. I think, like, do we really think? And we're finding out more and more how many of our thoughts are ours, right? How many of our thoughts have been implanted into us? Things like that. How much are we really thinking? Do we think? What is thought? Right? You can ask all those questions. But this really is just a garbage argument to begin with. Because again, if you go back to the original argument, I think, therefore I am, you're trying to prove existence. But look at the very first word in the sentence, I. To even say the word I, you're already assuming that you exist as a thing and as the way that you are. So that's why I have just I here. Do we even we don't know what we are, period. We could be some so here I'll give you an example of how we could be something different. How do you know that we're not some alien? I'll just use the word, whatever. Don't think from outer space because outer space is fake. Imagine that we're some alien entity that put a coin in the game of life virtual reality. Live one human life, 25 cents, and boom, you're plugged in. We don't know that that's not the case. So that is just a thought experiment showing you what you think of as I doesn't even necessarily exist. So that's where we're at. We don't know what we are, but we know that what we are is created. So this experience that we're having, it was made. Like this isn't just random chaos. That's what they say. They want us to think in Big Bang, total random chaos. Bull. No. The creator created us. That's what we know. We were created somehow. Uh, where we are, there seem to be two classes of people. I don't know, human, like me, just a bio male, and then a bunch of secret transgenders, people that are secretly transgender. And again, we don't know that they're trans. Are they Nephilim hybrid? I don't know. I don't think it matters. But what we do have is indicator. It's the movie They Live. The glasses is tranny vision. Once you put on your tranny vision glasses, these people are everywhere. Uh, we don't know the extent of the hidden transgenderism. I, Hans Wormhat, believe they make up a large portion of the population, and I also say here they lie about the world population. Don't take anything that they say as truth. Part of their depopulation agenda is exaggerating the population of the earth. What are we as awake people? I hate this, so I'm never going to say this again. Awake, asleep, it's a duality, right? They love that. I prefer the term free thinker. Just I think my own thoughts, and you have your own thoughts, and you can tell me what you think. But at the end of the day, I'm the one choosing to believe everything that I believe. So I like the term free thinker. And here I just say one should be able to tell their neighbor, yeah, I think volcanoes are hoaxes. Like, that should be the world that we live in. Everybody should be able to have their own thoughts, their own opinions. and we don't live in that world right now. So our thoughts are controlled right now. It seems that there's secret transgender people who oh, so here I'm trying to lay out like what are we what are the different types of humans? It seems like there's secret trannies, and then it seems like there's some drone just people that just accept everything that's told to them in life. And then people who think for themselves, rare, right? Really rare. That's the rare one. How many people are in that group? And then people stuck in the middle somewhere. And I feel like the notion of being awake is stagnant. We're always learning new things. When you say awake, it's like there's asleep people and then boom, there's a light switch and you're awake. That's not how it works. You need to always be looking for new things. You don't become awake and then you're done all of a sudden. So I hate, and it's a duality thing. Awake isn't the opposite of asleep. Um, that's just not how, opposites don't work like that. Being awake and asleep, they're both two different states of like the same being. You're either awake or you're asleep. That doesn't make them opposites. To be the opposite of asleep is to be totally conscious, just always. I feel like that's it, and that's not the same thing as the state of being awake. Um, it's just really thinking about everything and only working off of that. So, what are we? I don't know. We're deceived, right? And we're on some sort of journey to try to get out of this place, to try to stop. This place sucks. It's garbage, and I think most people that watch this know that. Like, why there's secret trannies that lie to us about even where we live. That's screwed up. So, and we're on a journey to fix that. Like, we need we don't need billboards, right? We don't need stupid conventions with no refunds. Um, I, I don't know exactly what we need. We're trying to figure it out. And just the last thing, what are we? In today's world, I feel like people create themselves rather than finding themselves. And that might be something just about us true seekers that we want to know what we are, and there seem to be a lot of people that want to create what they are, and it's not genuine. What we were. So this isn't my area of expertise. There's a lot of stuff out there on this. So the rest of this video might be pretty quick. I might try to. This was very front loaded, this end part, and it's not my expertise. And it's kind of like history's fake, so who cares? So history seems to be largely fabricated. They lie to us about nature and history of humanity. Humans don't want to kill one another like us. We don't want that. We want to live peaceful, harmonious lives. And it seems like a really good area of research that people have been wanting me to look into, but it's so not my topic of expertise. So it's going to take a lot of research on my part. It seems like most violent history is just completely fabricated. Like wars could be completely fabricated. I know, so just personally, I know somebody that went to Iraq and they made it seem like all they did was like sweep dirt around and like light their crap on fire. That could literally be the only thing that's happening. Um, we don't know. We just don't know. There's really not much we can say about our past. Like, there's some really good work out there right now. Putrid Head has a great argument about young Earth, basically. Like, we only go back 5 or 6 generations. Pretty good argument based off of the phone book. If you look through any phone book, you'll never find somebody past like John Smith the fifth. That's the highest you'll ever see. If there was a tradition like that, human beings, we would keep following it. What's the point of stopping at the fifth? You would do to the sixth, the seventh. There is no John Smith the 37th. Young Earth, young humanity. Uh, what we consider modern is extremely regressive. People are impressed by technology. That people think that we're just like the hottest shit these days. But we're extremely regressive. People are impressed by technology, but we have never been this disconnected from the earth, from the creator, and from ourselves. I think most people would agree with that statement. I think most people will agree with this next part. They want us to believe there's nothing left to discover, and yet, real true seeker, when you decide to start thinking things for yourself, you're discovering new things every day. Uh, so our false history of discovery is an attempt to squelch any desire for us. Our whole schooling is to squelch that from us, to just squash it. all the fake history too. It's to make us think that there's nothing left, right? What's the saying? Like, too young to explore the world, and or too, I mean, born too late to discover the world or whatever, and born too early to, well, space is fake, so you weren't born too early to discover stuff in space. Um, we can discover we're discovering the universe every day. Or I don't want to say universe, that's bad. It has the notion of like outer space. We're discovering new things about Earth every day. In my opinion, I've just recently found out, I don't think volcanoes are real. Like, what a mind trip is that? I don't, I get a lot of flack for that one, and a lot of people don't like that one. But, we should be able to disagree on things. I still haven't really gotten any good arguments on that one, though. Nobody's really convinced me. It's just people raging at me. So, my mind I still don't believe in volcanoes. Uh, what we believe were natural movements, evolutions of humanity. Think the hippie movement, right? Aren't there a bunch of people that think that Woodstock was all orchestrated? It was just a bunch of these Mason people. They're actually psyops, and it's to make a certain goal. Nothing like the hippie movement just happens. We're controlled. We live in a controlled place. We're under control, whether you like it or not. The Satanist, tranny controllers control us. And things like the hippie movement, that's not natural, and it has a goal. Women liberation was actually women enslavement. What people see as progressive movements are actually regressive and further enslave us. And so my evidence for that, we no longer have a family unit. Both parents are expected to give, so that's what happened. Now both parents are expected to give their lives away for paper money. That's not what's important in life. Spending time with your family is important, with your child. Going to work is bullcrap. Raising your child, that's time well spent. And then you give your paper money to someone else to raise your kid, basically. That's kind of expected these days. Okay, what will be the future? This is up to us and the creator. I don't know. Some people think that there's a reset coming because the creator's really pissed off about what's going on here. All the trannies and just all the everything. Just, it's clear that we're not in a healthy place on Earth. But there's things that I have power over. I choose every day who I am and what I do with myself. I choose every day to reject their false paradigm. I choose every day to believe in myself, my creator given senses, and in my ability to discern the truth from fiction. I don't let them tell me what to think. And I refuse to plug back into their Satanist transgender deception. The spiritual war is happening right now, and we're in control, right? They lie to us about everything. They lie to us about the place where we live. That is satanic. They take us away from the creator. These are crimes against humanity. Why does it feel like people don't even care? So yeah, we're living in hell on earth, in my opinion. Like, I'm so sick of seeing the hidden trannies everywhere. It's everywhere. These are in your family, possibly. These are your friends, possibly. I'm getting emails every day. Well, not every day. Weekly, I'm getting emails now. Hey, Hans, can you check this person out for me? This person's my friend, and I'm pretty sure they're a hidden tranny. Yeah, they're your friends. Friends in quotes. Like, I don't know. Are these hidden trannies really people? Like, we don't know. Um, and it's sure that they lie to us. These people must know that they're a part, or at least some of them must know, but they deceive us. They don't tell us about it. They've lived their entire lives. So wait, they keep the true nature of our reality from us, and many humans have lived their entire lives knowing nothing of the true nature of reality. That's a crime against humanity. History's a lie. Our school books are full of lies. We spend our adolescent years memorizing these stupid Masonic lies, and it destroys all of our desire to seek truth. Our schooling is prison. 5 out of 7 days, you're stuck in a chair. I used to get yelled at all the time because I would get up out of my chair. That's abuse to a child, to stick them in a chair all day, 5 days a week. It's abuse. It's mental abuse. In my opinion, my entire childhood was just wasted behind a desk. Fuck. Oh, excuse me. Screwed up my posture. I'm sorry, but this makes me angry. And I think that this is why I get viewers sometimes telling me that I react in the same ways. So I know that there's other people out there that this makes them angry too. I'm furious. Imagine where you would be if you weren't poisoned, deceived, and abused by a satanic system. Imagine the powers that are available to humans that we have no idea of because we were deceived from birth and enslaved by satanic controllers. So that's what will become. I don't know what's coming. I don't know. So I told you this was a heavy video, but I hope you enjoyed it.